Hey, Justin here, and we're breaking down all of the monster cards for the Frankenstank Listener League. So, so the Candyman card. While Candyman may not have always been my favorite horror movie, this card is quickly becoming one of my favorite monster cards to use for this league for sure. So the way that the Candyman card works, you play it Thursday, before Thursday by noon, the first week that you intend on playing this card. This card can be used up to 3 weeks in a row as long as you continue to keep being able to utilize it. Let me explain. If your opponent's starting quarterbacks throw a combined 3 or more interceptions, then your opponent will lose 50 points for their score for that week. This card can be played up to 3 weeks in a row if your opponents combine for 3 interceptions or more in that given week. In other words, if the card works, you get to use it again the following week. Now, once you play it that first week, let's say you play it in week 7, you now have to use it weeks 7, 8, and 9. It has to be 3 weeks in a row consecutively. You can't play it week 5 and then week 8 and then week 12. Not how it works. So 3 weeks in a row, and as long as your opponent continues to throw 3 or more interceptions with their quarterbacks, you'll continue to get to use it 3 weeks in a row. But let's say your opponent sees that you played that card and they choose to only play one quarterback. That might bode well in your favor. You might still win, but if their quarterback only throws 1 or 2 interceptions, well, now overall for their team, they didn't throw 3+. You lose that card for those other weeks. Something to keep in mind. So if you're the opponent of the Candyman, be careful. Make sure you're paying attention to your opponent's cards, because if they're playing Candyman, you're going to want to be weary of that and possibly maybe change your lineup accordingly.